Hey guys, Charles from Halt's Boots here, and today I have something a little bit different for you guys. In this bag right here, I have the Tiempo Legend 10 Elite, which is not due to come out until the end of June or early July. So I won't keep you guys waiting. I'm just gonna pop these bad boys out and we're just gonna get right into them. So here's the first look at the Tiempo Legend 10 Elite, and a lot has changed. Right off the bat, I will confirm with you guys the rumor we've all heard that yes, these are no longer leather and this is actually a synthetic type material. It does seem like this new synthetic material is here to stay, and I'll kind of just go and break down into the boot everything that's different about it. It seems like the sole plate has some slight modifications from the Tiempo 9, the heel is different, and just a bunch of different things about this boot. So instead of having the conical studs cut slightly, they're completely conical, a full circle, and I think that they should have just done that with the Tiempo 9. If you're gonna make conical studs, just go ahead and make them full circles. It still has the complete bladed heel area here, so you've got the 4 bladed studs in the back. And then on top of that, we have these hard plastic circles that aren't flush with the sole plate. They're actually raised a little bit, maybe by like a millimeter or two. And you've got a super tiny one here, which I'll kind of try to show you. And then you've got this larger one right here. So I imagine just like the Tiempo 9, this sole plate will be good for grass, it will be good for turf. Obviously don't wear it on concrete, but overall it's a fairly neutral sole plate and I think it will perform just like the Tiempo 9s did, maybe even slightly better. It seems like they've kept the knit one-piece upper here. You have your fly knit material here, and then you have the upper which kind of wraps up and you can tighten down on, just like the, I'll just get a little closer here. Just like the Tiempo 9 did and the Tiempo 8 and the Tiempo 7. So as you can see, it just kind of comes out here. So I imagine just like the Tiempos, even though it's not leather, it will be good for wider feet. And if you don't have super wide feet, your foot will still fit fine. As for the laces, they're the same as any other Tiempo, nothing special, just regular black laces with the Tiempo logo on the aglet. Now, if we look at the heel construction here, we do have what appears to be a fly knit heel. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a fly knit heel here. And something cool about that is I think it'll just give a bit more leeway in the heel, maybe help with blisters. However, all the high cut boots have been known to get blisters even though they're fly knit material, so we'll see if that happens or not. I do kind of like that it has a softer heel construction and it's a bit flexible at the top here and just more rigid at the bottom, so you still have that like heel cup and counter is gonna hold your foot in and you're still gonna get that comfortability up top. I know some pros have issues where they don't have a really strong heel counter, or they don't like having a strong heel counter rather. So maybe this is something that pros kind of asked for, as a lot of people were seen testing these the last 4 or 5 months. So yeah, definitely interested in how this is going to feel and I'm excited to wear them. Now, if we go into the upper itself, I believe this new material is going to be called Fly Touch Plus, and maybe it will just be Fly Touch on the Pro and Club versions of the Tiempo and the indoor versions. However, I'm not gonna be able to know that until they all get released and I can kind of see and read the specs on them. And maybe that's not even what this upper is called, but that's just what on here. I wasn't able to find a whole lot of information to really draw some information from to give to you guys. So I'm assuming that this new upper is the Fly Touch Plus. And overall, it does feel fairly plush. It doesn't feel awful. I'm assuming it's gonna be a fairly decent touch on the ball. However, I'm not entirely sure as I have not worn these yet. It also does have the tiny little dots, and again, you'll get a better close-up of, I think, what's just supposed to help with grip. They were on the Tiempo 9, I didn't really notice them, and maybe they're just kind of there to say it gives better grip, I don't really know. However, they decided to keep that. So that's just kind of another little thing to look at for these boots. Now, one thing that is very weird about these boots, and I just say weird because I've never had to deal with this really, but the inside of this, when you go into the toe area, so from the midfoot here, like maybe halfway up the laces down to the entire toe box, if you put your hand in it and you feel up, it almost has the material of like a puffer jacket, and not where it's like, it's just the swishy material. It's not super thick or anything, but it's just something I've never had on the inside of my boots. Usually it's just a regular material and nothing special there. Like just fly knit or something, but it seems like they've done that, and I'm assuming that is just to kind of help give it more of a leather sensation. Will it work? I don't know. Will it be uncomfortable? I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it's just something else that's really new with these boots and is maybe something they're going to push with their technology going forward. Nike's gone with this like wavy Tiempo design, and I really don't know why they did that. It kind of reminds me of the Copa Sense, which was quite ugly. A half decent boot, but pretty ugly, and for them to do that just doesn't really seem like a Tiempo to me. Maybe it's something they're just pushing for the future because they are really just cutting the Tiempo completely down and rebuilding it with this new like fake leather. I don't know, I guess I'm not super a fan of it. It's not like ugly, but it's just not something I would have done. We also see the return of ACC on the Tiempo. We didn't have these with the Tiempo 9, so it is kind of cool to see that, hey, we're getting the ACC back. Although, what does ACC do? It says all climate control or all conditions control. It doesn't really do much, I don't think. It's just kind of another way for people to know that they're buying the elite boots. In my opinion, that's what it is. I don't really know for sure, but yeah. But it is back, whether or not you're a fan of ACC or not. So the Nike sustainability logo is on here, or their like recycle logo. I don't really know what to call it. It's on a lot of their boxes. It's on some of their shoes. And it was on a pair of Vapors they did, kind of just like to promote recycling old materials. And so maybe that's another point of the hybrid touch, or not hybrid touch, but the fly touch upper here is for them to kind of just push more to be more sustainable. I don't really know. It's really hard for me to say without knowing a full tech spec drop whenever Nike decides to release these, which I think is in July. But yeah, just another little detail there. So maybe with that detail, what we'll end up seeing is a different kind of box now, how Adidas has kind of switched their boxes, so it says they're made out of recycled materials. Will Nike do that? I think they did with that Vapor that they made with the recycled materials, so I'm assuming yes, but I wasn't able to get the box. I only got the string bag with these. So that's about all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to get a video out so you guys could see just a closer look, get an idea of what to be looking for, and whether or not you should start stocking up on the Tiempo Legend 9s before you no longer can buy leather Tiempos. However, I think that by Nike switching from leather boots, this will kind of open up the market for more of these smaller leather brands like Adler in Japan and like Royale, I think, in England, and there's a couple other small ones in Italy as well. And that will kind of allow the market to open up a bit for these smaller brands, and I think that's good. It just kind of gives more diversity out there, so it's not just the same 5 brands dominating football boots. And we'll see if that really happens, because I don't think Adidas will go away from it, but maybe Nike will actually lose some customers to Adidas to get the Copas, but who really knows? Kind of just all speculation. But again, guys, yeah, that's all I have for you today on the Tiempo Legend 10 Elite, and I am going to start wearing these tonight, and within the next week I will have a full on-feet review for you guys. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.